Hi everyone, welcome to the New Teacher Seminar, Simulated Lesson Plan to Use in Your Classroom. Thank you so much for taking time to introduce yourself and to share your favorite fairy tale. I will have more information about that, so please stay tuned in. And if you've already tuned out, this is a reminder that again, my name is Laura Moore. And you are in the New Teacher Seminar, so if you are not a new teacher or not a teacher at all, then we'll help you find the room you need to be in for the room down the hall, I think. I'm a firm believer that as teachers we should share with our students our expectations for them for a particular lesson plan and what the agenda is. So I would like to share that with you today. As a group, we are going to simulate an actual lesson plan that you can use in your classroom for all age levels, pretty much K through 12. We have some learning goals. As you know, there are national and state standards. We have objectives to be met. And so our goal for today is to understand the three essential parts of a story. And then we have learning objectives. We just have two learning objectives. Our first learning objective number 1, is to identify the three essential parts of a story: plot, setting, and character. For objective number 2, we need to be able to define those essential parts of a story. So for example, could anyone define for me plot, setting, and character? Okay, I think I hear something from the ladies in the back. All right, obviously you've had your coffee this morning, good. Plot, that's what happens in a story, or the events. Setting is where the story takes place. Characters can be people, or if you are perhaps reading or working with a fairy tale, it may be animals or an inanimate object such as a teapot, for example, if you were talking about Beauty and the Beast. So, now, finally, the burning question. Why would I ask you what your favorite fairy tale was? Well, I hear some comments back there. Yes, I wanted to learn more about all of you, but that is not the reason I asked about the fairy tales, but good guess. The reason I ask is because the assignment today for you is to write a sequel to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Okay, I see some dismayed faces, some surprised faces. I think some of you may be thinking, you know, I'm going to be teaching a middle school 7th and 8th grade class in fall. They're going to laugh me out of the classroom and I say we're going to write a sequel to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I know you may feel that way, but I have used this lesson plan several times with freshman English students. They have really enjoyed it. They've learned from it. I've had very creative results. In fact, some of them were so creative I had to go in and tone it down to make sure we were appropriate for the classroom. And I will show you a video of those results later on. Now, because you're going to write a sequel, the first thing that needs to happen is you need to understand what the three essential parts of the story are for the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Normally in a classroom, I would have the students brainstorm as a group and I would write their comments on the whiteboard and we would start out that way. Because of time purposes, I'm going to ask you to get in groups of 3 or 4 and discuss plot, setting, and characters for the original Snow White, because we do have to know this to write the sequel again. Please take a few minutes to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to circle around, which I hope you do with your own students when you put them in groups. Just be there, hang out, assist if needed, or hang back and listen to ideas. For example, if I'm walking around, some of you may need assistance with the Seven Dwarfs. It may be been a long time since you've read that story, and I can hopefully help with that. And then we'll move on to phase 2 in about 5 minutes. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Again, my name's Laura Moore.